they best friends?
I'm not sure.
They're best friends because they look alike?
He's my brother.
Your brother. Maybe we should start with
Yeah,
this.
that's fine. From
Yeah,
you.
we'll start with Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
Morning, Professor. My name is Tony. I'm now a 22-year-old student from Central College University, majoring in foreign affairs. I am an outgoing person. I always spend most of my holiday times on outdoor activities, especially for traveling abroad. I have been 5 countries and widened my horizons, which is beneficial for me to be a foreign affairs police officer in the future. Besides, I am an extroverted person. Every time I travel abroad, I like to interact with the local people or visitors from other countries to exchange our culture and travel experience. Among my journeys, I have experienced both positive and negative interactions. I once met a German who had quit his job and traveled around Asia. We have become good friends on internet. So far, we still contact with each other on Facebook. As for the negative experience, I was asked for a bribe by a police officer in Cambodia. By no means can a police officer do so in Taiwan, and that would be the worst traveling experience in my lifetime. As a foreign affairs police officer, one of the most important duties is to help foreigners deal with their policing problems, such as translating the law and explaining the regulations he or she has violated. Therefore, it is imperative that a foreign affairs police officer interact with the foreigners. With the outgoing and extroverted personality, I think I am suitable for the foreign affairs police job, and I wish I could be a member of them in the future. And that's all of my introduction. Thank you.
Judges, my name is Leo, and I want to introduce myself with my 3 personal aspects. The first one is I'm an optimistic person. I think sadness cannot solve the problems, but happiness can. Sadness will only put me into a negative spiral, and problem will never be solved. But being optimistic, can help me to focus on deal with the problem. And in addition, I think happiness is emphatic, and being optimistic can create a joyful atmosphere to infect others. I'm always be optimistic and bring a smile on my face every day. And the second one is I'm a responsible person. I was the intern captain in the junior squad, and although I was forced to take the job, I still use my best effort to do it, because I think people will not. People will only remember what you have done, but why you do this, and in
Take your time.
We can talk about the goal or
although I said I was forced to take a job, I still do my best to be a responsible person. And at least I won't feel guilty at all. And the third one is I'm a And the third one is I'm a people person. I like to make friends with others and enjoy the company with the others. With friends, with friends we can not only share the experience but also help each other. And a company with friends always inspire me a lot, and I also learn a lot. I learn a lot from it as well. And we all know that Unity is stress. And as a police officer, I would rather fight with a group than fight alone. And in conclusion, as a foreign affairs police officer, our job is to deal with the cases involving foreigners and help them if they are in need. Although this job is full of challenge, I will still look it on the bright side. And contacting with foreigners can not only improve my language skill, but make friends from other countries. I want to be a helpful and responsible police officer. And with my optimistic, I will do whatever I can to help people. Thank you.
Deal?
This one's the,
Oh.
you say we take it on this side.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I messed up. That's, all right, good. Chris.
Good morning, Professor. My name is Chris, and I come from Chiayi, a city with a lot of beautiful scenery, natural scenery. Yes. And now I'm a senior student in the Foreign Affairs Department. I think one of my personality is outgoing. I like to get along with others. With my friends or company, I can feel relaxed and cheerful. Yeah. And I also like to cooperate with others when I need to finish a mission. Because I think everyone has their own merits and demerits. If we can help each other to do what they can do well, maybe we can finish the mission perfectly. So I think teamwork is my priority. And in the past 4 years, what impressed me the most is the experience of participating in the competition of tug of war, also known as the role program. Yeah. In this competition, and to win this competition, it depends on not our strength, but our cohesion of team. The skills of this competition is quite simple, only stand up and squatting. So if we want to stand the chance to win this competition, we need to pull the rope at the same time. So in our training, the main goal of our training is to cultivate a strong relationship between every members. So as I like to the building of cooperating with others, the spirit of this competition really attracts me and made me devote myself to this competition for 4 years. And another personality of me is optimistic. I think as an outgoing say, face the sunlight and the shadow will be behind. So I always try to see the positive side of everything and make me feel happy. And I think it will be helpful when I become a police officer. My instructor when I was an intern at a police station always reminds me to be happy. Because as a police officer, we need to deal with a lot of negative things in our life. So if we could be optimistic, we can cope with the stress very well and maintain a good mood So even when we have a lot of trouble to conquer, I can still have a good day. And in my free time, one of my hobbies is watching movies. And okay, and
In conclusion.
okay, what I like the most is the Marvel series. And I like this series is because all the Avengers in these movies were used to be normal people, just like us. But what makes a difference is that they're willing to make a change and take a challenge, or even sacrifice themselves to protect others, just like the police officers do. So the series really made me fascinated. Okay, this is my self-introduction. Thank you.
All right, Mark.
Good morning, professors. My name is Mark, and I major in foreign affairs. First of all, I am a outgoing student and a big fan of extracurricular activities. So I have joined the school association and participated fully in many events. During my college years, I have participated in foreign language drama, graduation evening gala, and English fun video contest. Among them, what impressed me the most was the CSI for basic camp. Undertaking the role of camp counselor was meaningful to me. However, one of my disadvantages is that sometimes I set up too many goals to pursue at the same time. So my classmates often call me great dreamer sometimes. And however, I always believe that life is but a span, so I like to enrich myself by taking different challenges and experience different things every day. For example, I have taken a lot of part-time jobs during summer vacation. I have been a telemarketer, teaching assistant in a French school, and so on. And besides, I used to be a Uber Eats delivery man as well. In fact, Uber Eats is a most well-paid job, and it is a nice chance for me to meet all kinds of people. Owing to this special working experience, I become more and more proficient in close interaction with other people. To be honest, I didn't know whether I'm suitable for the police job 4 years ago. However, after the internship in Criminal Investigation Bureau, I found that the police job is meaningful to me because there is a case in the Criminal Investigation Bureau. My instructor was assigned to a confidential mission, and the mission needs an interpreter who understands the Kurd language. Kurd is a race in the Middle East, and Kurd people have been coerced by Turkey and Iraq for a long time. However, no translating agency in Taiwan were able to translate the Kurd language. So it is hard for my instructor to solve the mission. And I took the initiative in using the Facebook to find a student in Taiwan who understands the Kurd language. And after the internship, my instructor sent me a piece of news. I have been involved, and she appreciated my effort to the case. So I think this police job is meaningful to me, and my personality is well qualified for the police job because I like to help others. In the future, I want to be a foreign affairs police, and I want to contribute my ability to the society. Thank you.
Okay, so give my first question to Tony. Okay, so will you guys, after class, will you guys make Mark do push-ups because he's wearing the wrong uniform? Do you guys do that here?
Actually, someone does and someone didn't. Yeah, I didn't do any push-up after study because I'm a lazy man. However, I went jogging in my extracurricular time.
Okay.
I love jogging because I can it trains my perseverance and helped me not to give up in any aspect.
So you like to jog, you don't like to do push-ups?
Yes, so my legs
But
are
will-
stronger.
Will Banchang make people do push-ups if they wear the wrong uniform?
Only average.
It looks bad if you're, I don't know.
I might
Like, so, what is it, Chris, right?
Yeah.
So in your whole speech, you talked about teamwork, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like teamwork if someone wears the wrong uniform, right?
That's also one of my questions, because some of you actually mentioned about like the teamwork, what if, I'm just like, what if you don't have any team support?
Yeah, what would you do?
Yeah.
What if I don't have,
Good team.
Like, how do you deal with those people? Yeah.
you mean, not fair teamwork or no one to?
If someone on your team is doing your team is doing the wrong thing, or they're not helping, or they're kind of distant or hard to communicate with, like, what would you guys do? Like,
Okay. In my experience, in my third year in this school, I have asked to participate in the English drama competition. And during this time, I lead a team to finish this mission. But during this period of time, some of my team members really, just like you say, kind of out of control. But they still have some advantage. So what I need to do is to try to ask him for help and try to make him willing to help us. Just like to ask him which time can he help us, or what kind of situation can he help us. So what I need to do is try everything,
no, actually,
like some kind of begging.
actually, what he's saying is correct. But the way to make that sound good is you should say, like, as a leader, you need to like know how to use your people effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you need to know like what role is the best for this person. But you're right. Of course, if they don't have any role, then what are you gonna do?
At the role of each person.
Yeah.
Because to participate in the English drama competition, we still have to finish different work. Just like someone need to think about the script and the plot of this English drama, and someone need to buy some like clothes or something, yeah, costumes. So in this time, I just ask the people who are more creative to think of the plot, and someone who is good at making things. How to say? Someone who good at make little things. I ask him to help us to prepare for the items we need. So that I just try to put everyone in their right role.
He's talking about the errand boy. And then Mark, so you mentioned you're really interested in forensics. So as a foreign affairs police officer, what do you think is the most difficult thing about being on the like forensic team, or the most difficult thing involved with forensic investigation? Because I know in Taiwan, your forensic science is quite high level internationally. So what's your opinion of that?
I think that we should do our work properly, and about the forensic part, we should put those work to the forensic team. And if we need the forensic team to help us, we should call them to the scene. And
So you personally, you wouldn't have your own evidence bank that you would help them collect evidence,
no,
or you would
we
just
shouldn't.
secure the scene and wait?
If I go into a foreign neighbor house and I found that the man was dead,
Yeah.
I should not touch anything, and I should call the forensic team to the scene first. So I think it is suitable for us because we didn't know any knowledge about the forensic. So if we touch anything, we will break the evidence, and it is not good for the victim to pursue in the future. Yeah.
In Taiwan, can you guys use polygraphs in court, or is it the same as the US? It's not allowed in court. The polygraph is the machine that goes like this and says whether you're lying or not.
Oh, we have polygraph, but
But can you like, in the US, the officers can only use it for like a good idea. Like they can use it to like help them or to eliminate suspects, but you can't use it to like prosecute people, or in court, they can't talk about the polygraph.
we have polygraph team in the criminal investigation bureau, but it is only for big event or case.
Okay.
Case, because I think the polygraph in the court is not a proper way to prove that you are not
Yeah.
the killer.
So it's the same in Taiwan, the judge won't even listen to it. It's
It
just
must-
to help the, not exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Depends, okay, depends on what kind of judge.
Yeah.
Okay.
We still have the question for Leo, right?
What's a good one to ask Leo?
Well, I think it's about, again, like the team player, you say that you're a good team player, so I'm gonna ask you just like the same question as Chris. If someone who is like not follow the role, what would you do?
As I said, I was an intern captain in the junior school, and some of my intern captain are very lazy men, and they don't do their daily job well. So I will do my best to. First, I will do my best to tell them you should do your job well, and if they still don't listen to me, I will maybe give them a little punishment. It's like
Push-ups?
it's a good way.
So you guys can give each other push-ups, it's okay?
Oh,
According to your school?
call them to my room and do push-ups.
So according to your school, can Banjiang give the class push-ups if you want?
Yes.
Professor Ken? Professor Ken? Can you?
It's not a good way. They are in the same level, though as peers, it is not a very suitable way.
Okay, so you can only give push-ups to underclassmen, not the people the
Because
same
it's-
level? But because you're Banjiang, you're higher, right?
Yeah, but
So if you want to give him push-ups for being late, it's okay, right?
no, he's never late.
Okay,
He's never late,
He's
so
never
that's all
late.
right. Yes.
Totally about push-up, right? I think teacher will want you to do the push-up.
Well, for police, push-ups are a good thing because push-ups make you stronger. No, I'm serious. If push-ups make you stronger. Written punishments are bad because then they haunt you like a ghost for your whole career, right? So if a teacher writes you a written punishment, then it goes in your file, and then no matter where you go, they read it, and then that will be like a ghost haunting you. So you'll care about that, but push-ups, who cares? Just make you stronger, right?
Push-up is not a good punishment because your head is very close to the floor. And one of my classmates was punished by this way, and he feels so bad because he think it is a kind of shame for me.
I won't say that there's a saying in our school that if you can remember with your head, you have to remember with your body. So maybe like punishment like push-up is in some way may very effective to some people.
So you can
It's good, so the teacher should be like, all right, every 5 minutes late is 20 push-ups. That's what he feels like. I should do that at Taipei Dashi.
Thank you.
Hi, good night.